Well, I thought we were going to be testing the McEVKlen, however you pronounce that, Cybertruck compatible charging adapter here for CCS1 and J1772. And I thought, the best way to test this is to torture test it. We'll start with the 7 kilowatt AC test, like the charger I have behind me here. And then we will up it to 25, 50, 150, 250, and eventually up to 360 kilowatt charging. And what we're going to do is we're going to charge for 10 minutes at each of those chargers and make sure this doesn't overheat. I'm going to run the truck down to 10-15% or so charge before each stop and precondition the battery, of course. And we'll put this thing to a little torture test. I think of this as kind of like a video game. It's going to be like Space Invaders. Every level, things get a little more intense, and we stress this thing out a little bit more. So let's start with the 7 kilowatt test here and see how that goes. As a spoiler, I thought this was going to be like Space Invaders, but it was more like Cyberpunk 2077 launch day. We had NPCs spinning around, quests that wouldn't complete, all kinds of stuff that was not this guy's fault. But hey, that's the infrastructure we have, right? Not the infrastructure we wish we had. And then we did a little supercharger test at the end there, because I actually couldn't get to the next CCS1 charger without a quick supercharge.
Round 1, fight!
Biggest J-plug adapter I've ever seen. But hey, it's flashing. We're doing 7 kilowatts. I'm gonna let it cook for a few minutes, and then we'll continue on with the testing.
Flawless victory.
Oh, not too bad to do one-handed. Alright, baby charger, 25 kilowatts. No one should be shocked to hear that this charger held its current as expected for the full 10 minutes. Next. I keep adjusting it and it keeps saying it's not fully connected basically, so it's not starting. Frustrating. Oh, it's not even locked in. Got some colors. Not charging colors though. Vehicle connection issue. Good times. Insert charger handle fully into charge port. I've got it fully in. It's just not locking for some reason. Alright, shell recharge. 50 kilowatt CCS was a total bust. It kept saying to more firmly attach it to the vehicle. I spent 15-20 minutes here trying to get it to charge. I've got nothing, and now I can't make it to the next charger, so I'm gonna have to go to a supercharger for a few minutes so I can make it to the next free charger. So we failed at charger 3. Alright, we're gonna go to a random supercharger, and on the first try it's gonna work at 255 kilowatts. Just watch. Alright, we're doing this in one take. Alright, one clip, no editing here. $253. Okay, I was just going to test the 150 here for 10 minutes. But I don't know, there's some 350s here, and this is a pretty massive site with only one guy charging. Let's give it a 350 try, why not? Let's speedrun this thing, jump right to the end. If any site was going to give us 350 sustained, it's this massive site. Alright, so they are all 150s except for these two. These are 350s. But that one's being used by the EQS doing 100 kilowatts, 136 kilowatts or so. And this one is frozen. In the app it says that only number 1 is available, but that's what he's using. Number 2 is not showing up in the app as available. It says it's in use. I don't know, and my card won't swipe, so I can't activate it. So I think we're going to go back to this being a 150 test. And then we'll try to get down to the 360 charger if I can actually get a charger to work. Okay, the app just updated and said that number 2 was available and 1 was in use like it properly is. So I activated it and we are rocking and rolling at 350 in a second here, hopefully. And there's There's only one car here at the 350. Oh god, we're gonna be linked, aren't we? If this whole place is empty, and the only other car here drains us down, come on. Give me 350. Oh, I heard clicking. Yep, we're sharing power with them. So lame. Oh wait, I think the guy's coming back here. Alright, if he leaves, we'll try this out again. The EQS is leaving. I can try again. There's another guy over here on the 150, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see what happens. Alright, we got the clicking. Man, trying to get full charge speed is like chasing the dragon. I think at some point you just have to be happy with 250 or more. I mean, even if this did 330 or whatever and held it until it ramped down at 15-20% or whatever it is, you're only saving a minute or two versus even a supercharger doing 255. So, come on. Oh, there's the clicks. Maybe we're too high in the state of charge. Maybe you can't even... Can't go over this speed. Nope, limited by charging station. So, okay, this charger just cannot put out more than 240, I think. The good news is it is holding the 244, 245-ish. Whatever the charger can give it, so I don't think the adapter is having problems with this kind of speed. I mean, it is rated for 250 at least. Unofficially 330. Approaching 30% charge, and we're down to 248 kilowatts. So supercharger version 3s are faster and cheaper pretty much everywhere compared to what is this, Hyperfast? The Hyperfast 350 kilowatt Electrify America station. So that's just kind of sad. This might just be my charger adapter for free chargers when I can find them, I guess. I don't know. Let's try the 360 out if we can find it and get it to work. Put this to bed. Half a mile away from the 360 kilowatt charger, and we got small.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Just getting no power errors over and over again each time. Alright. This is my 6th or 7th try. It actually showed up and it said 50% charge, which is correct. So it did talk to the car and hand check. Is that normal? I don't think that's normal. Oops. I mean, it wasn't charging, so who knew? Alright, Rivian on the other one is leaving, so I'm going to go over and try that one, but I've been trying for 20 minutes, I'm giving up. Alright, so the latch pin on dispenser 1 is broken, and it'll just fall out. And if it was charging at 360 kilowatts right now, there might be a crazy arc in there if this thing's going to just pop out on its own. So, the screen is spazzing out again. I'm going to go ahead and cancel it and try the one last plug here, connector 2. Fingers crossed. Okay, if one of these was going to work, look at that little white one there, the little thin cable. Look at this massive thing with this chonker. This cable is huge. And I heard a click. I think this one actually works. Okay, it's thinking about it. It just charged me. Oh, it's going. Holy crap, it took 3. The third, the final one, the other fourth one is Chatamo, so that's not going to happen. But we are actually getting 5 kilowatts. No, there we go. Alright, come on. me over 300. At 15%, we are ramping up. Come on, let's set a record. Or at least sustain for a little while at a decent speed. Really? Okay. Oh my gosh, this is such a painfully slow ramp. Is that it? Are you stopping at 214? Did you lie also? This giant cable, this thing is like as big around as my fist. It's gonna max out at 214.
Fatality.
Charged, rate limited by charging station. Yeah, so that's the most that this quote-unquote 360 kilowatt station can do is actually 215. All right, so I am disillusioned, and I just, yeah. So it doesn't matter if your adapter can do more than 250 because the chargers can't. And I have spent a few hours today. It's 5 o'clock, and I started this at 2 or something, driving around trying to find a way to charge faster, more reliably than superchargers. I won't even say more reliably, just faster. Give me one charge that goes crazy fast. If anything was gonna do it, this giant cable would have done it. Look, this is the failed one, and this giant, shiny, bigger, thick thing is the one that's plugged in right now, doing 215 kilowatts. Just sad. 360 is a lie. Maybe the electrical tape holding it together is kind of a bad sign. All right, I'm gonna give up and go plug into a supercharger, which is cheaper and faster. This is ridiculous. I guess if you have some kind of cheap access, or I mean to CCS chargers, CCS1 chargers, or if you have, I mean, there's free ones. That little library I went to is free. The one at Amazon Fresh, the 50 kilowatt one that didn't work was free. So I mean, half of them don't work. The half that do work at lower rates than they should, especially if there's people at the site. It's cheaper. Use a supercharger. There's some places. Florida Light and Power has some really good chargers. I'm sure when I go to Florida, I'll try them out again. But I'm not going to get better than a 255 supercharger, and I don't know if the prices are. They might be competitive, but there's free CCS out there. It's slow. It's not maintained well, but I think that's the only excuse for this. And I do like to, when I'm traveling with, not in a hurry, to hit all the free CCS chargers up I can. I spent 3 weeks in California bouncing around free CCS chargers at 50 kilowatts or so in hotels with J1772s and NAXs that are free. So you can save hundreds of dollars if you're not in a hurry. But yeah, ultimately, huge fail. Not on the adapter, just the CCS infrastructure. I think that's where this leaves off at. Let me turn this camera on real fast here. 254 kilowatts. It was ramping up because the voltage was going up in the truck. And once we get a little past 30, I'll have enough to get back home. Oh, we're dropping a little bit. Anyways, yeah, grab one if you need an all-in-one level 2, level 3 adapter. I don't know, CCS isn't going to be getting any better anytime soon. It's going to be going away, if anything, replaced by NAX outlets. But it works. Pick one up if you want to have an all-in-one adapter. That's all I got.
What did we learn, Palmer?
I don't know, sir.
I don't fucking know either. I guess we learned not to do it again.
Yes, sir.
I'm fucked if I know what we did.
Yes, sir. It's hard to say.